Would you believe it? This boy with fins growing from his hands can swim underwater for 12 hours without breathing. But the villagers all treat him like a monster. It turned out that he was born cold and lifeless. Just as the midwife thought he had died, the boy miraculously survived. His limbs were still moving involuntarily, as if he were born knowing how to swim. As the boy grew older, his swimming skills improved. Every day, he would go to the river to catch a few big fish to support his mother, with whom he lived. But his mother couldn't be happy at all. Lately, the boy's condition has been getting worse. At first, it only happened while he was sleeping, like a fish swimming in a river. But as his sleep grew deeper, not only would water droplets appear on his body, but he would sometimes even sleepwalk, swimming in the river alone in the middle of the night. No matter how much his mother shouted, it was of no use. Ordinary doctors had never seen such an inexplicable condition. They could only ask the insect master Ginkgo to come and help. The moment he touched the boy's skin, he felt an unusual body temperature. Immediately alerted Ginkgo to something being amiss. He then asked the boy's mother, "Is this child an excellent swimmer?" But in comparison, running seems very difficult for him. The boy's mother replied, "Yes." Ginkgo then asked if he often felt thirsty, frequently asking for water. The boy's mother again says yes. Through these questions, Ginkgo's growing anxiety is gradually confirmed. He tells the boy's mother, the boy must have been parasitized by a type of insect called a rainbug. This insect is extremely small. After falling with the rain, they gather in the mountains and rivers. They form a large, emerald green, fish-shaped cluster that flows downstream. Once they enter the ocean, they reproduce. A few rainworms remain in mountain streams. Once they encounter a drowning person, they will inhabit their body to avoid being eaten by fish, and the body of the host becomes extremely cold and adapts to living in water. Unless it's time for the flood, the rainbug will leave its host and return to the sea. But no one knows when the flood will come. So Ginkgo handed the woman a bottle of medicine to suppress the rainbug inside the boy's body to alleviate these abnormal symptoms. After taking the medicine, the boy gradually improved. First, the fish blisters on his hands completely disappeared. Then his body temperature returned to normal. He no longer needed to stay in the water all the time. He began playing with the village children. This made his mother genuinely happy. Unfortunately, the good times didn't last long. That day, an unprecedented rainstorm hit. The water level in the river rose rapidly. The boy's condition also relapsed as a result. He couldn't help but run toward the rushing river.